Your Excellency, Mr. Nasser Brita, Minister of Foreign Affairs and International Cooperation of Kingdom of Morocco, Your Excellency, Mr. Mark Gardner, Minister of Foreign Affairs of Canada, Honorable Ministers, distinguished delegates, and ladies and gentlemen. On the occasion of the 10th anniversary, let me start by expressing our appreciation to the GCTF for its contributions to the enhancement of international cooperation in the area of counterterrorism, including through establishing a large number of policy recommendations. Since September the 11th, terrorist attacks, the government of Japan, in response to the proliferating threats of terrorism and violent extremism worldwide, has bolstered its counterterrorism cooperation in accordance with relevant international initiatives such as G7 Action Plan on Countering Terrorism and Violent Extremism, which Japan compiled at the G7 Ise-Shima Summit. Japan's policy for countering terrorism cooperation consists of three pillars. Number one, initiatives for the improvement of counterterrorism capacity. Number two, measures to prevent and counter violent extremism, the root cause of terrorism. And number three, social and economic development assistance for creating the foundations for a moderate society. With this comprehensive approach, Japan has carried out its international counterterrorism cooperation, especially in Asia. The prolonged pandemic since last year has had considerable social impact, including on the environment surrounding terrorism. In response, Japan disbursed $19 million to international organizations this year to steadily implement necessary projects to counter and prevent terrorism and violent extremism. As for the measures for preventing and countering violent extremism, one of the three pillars of our cooperation, Japan provided the GSAF with $180,000 for their community building support in Bangladesh, and Hedaya with $200,000 for their family unit-based PEB support in Indonesia, both of which are GCTF-inspired institutions. Currently, we have great concern that Afghanistan faces a serious crisis in light of the growing humanitarian needs in Afghanistan and its neighboring countries. Japan pledged to provide a total of $200 million in assistance this year, including $65 million of new assistance in this year. And such assistance will be used in areas as shelter, health, water, sanitation, and food, agriculture, and education through international organizations. In response to the sudden change of the situation in Afghanistan, multilateral cooperation has become more important than ever in order to prevent the spillover effects from Afghanistan and the further spread of the threat around the world. To conclude, Japan appreciates again the effort made by the co-chairs and administrative unit in having this important meeting, as well as in preparing the GCTF strategic vision, a meaningful document that incorporates various inputs from member states. Based on the vision, We expect that the GCTF will continue to play an important role in enhancing international cooperation in countering and preventing terrorism. We would also like to keep strengthening our cooperation with the GCTF together with member states and other partners, including international organizations and civil societies. And thank you very much for your attention.